at it.
Hey, you guys, welcome back. You know, one of my favorite things about growing up and into this entire era that we are living through now is that sport and what you do to recreate is a wide open equation. Make up your own thing, do something new. Create technology and make boats better so that you can have a way fascinating and cool sport to watch and follow along with. It's a big weekend. This weekend, the World Championships. I'm excited to have with me a couple of the top athletes in the world and a fellow who is an ambassador for wake sports all the way around. It doesn't matter what you're doing behind your boat. Tony Duffy is the guy who is promoting it. We're going to talk about this weekend's World Championships for the first time here in Utah. Hunter and Maggie are here. They are some of the best riders in the world, along with our pal Tony. Good morning, you guys. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Are you guys so stoked?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Big comp this weekend.
For sure. The biggest.
Will this be the biggest event? I mean, obviously when you say World Championships that gives a hint, but I'm sure that you guys are competing on a lot of different places and focusing all of your energies on it. Talk about what this weekend means to you. Maggie, ranked #2 in the world.
Yes.
That's
I've been
awesome.
working all season to I wanted to qualify for Worlds. I've been working my tail off. I've just been traveling around, and I'm so stoked to be at Worlds and to just ride the best I can and have a good run. So
Fantastic. Hunter, how about you, man?
Yeah, likewise. I've been training to be able to compete in the Worlds, and I made my rankings close enough to be able to get in, so it's sweet that I'm able to be here and compete this year.
Tony, big deal. This is a big deal.
Yeah, this is the first time it's obviously ever been hosted in Utah in its 23-year history, so we're grateful to be the host producers. We have a legacy of doing towable water sports events here over time, and obviously with Utah tourism with respect to outdoor rec, sports, it's a big deal to always be attracting new properties. So we're excited, and this is the culminating highest title in the sport. After World Series stops all over the country, which we do one here earlier in summer, and a world ranking system that puts people from juniors, the little kids just entering the sport, masters, folks that are my age that are still competing, and then in the middle of that is the amateur, outlaw, and then ultimately the pro division that Hunter rides in. So we're excited. It's a great consortium of brands and businesses that bring it together. Centurion Boats is the title sponsor. Boardco, which is based here in Utah, big retailer of the boats, but also big board sport outfit. Club Rec's my partner in that. They do most of the concession around the lakes and whatnot in northern Utah. Maverick, GM Marine, it's huge. We've got about 50 sponsors. It'll be a big festival on the beach, and social acts will be there, so we'll be doing some axe throwing, some slip and sliding, food vendors, all the things you would expect to see to kind of wrap up summer, so it's exciting.
Very cool. It's a big deal, and I think about, as I alluded to in my open, what's really cool to me is to think that you guys, and I'm sure that you probably would agree with me, that it would be a great thing if you were worldwide famous in the same way that Tony Hawk or Sofia Milanovic in surfing, or any of these action sports that are a little bit older, have a little bit more of the kind of the cycles of great people coming through. But the audience for you guys, it's so much bigger because everywhere in the world you can get on a boat, you can get behind a boat, even if you don't have a sweet boat that will allow a perfect wake. You can still water ski. I mean, everybody is potentially a huge fan of you guys. Is that a vision that you guys have of where you could be when you get to the top of your sport?
I think it's crazy, like ocean, it's bringing ocean surfing inland, so many more people can do it, like you said now, and that's going to change things long term. So it'll be really cool to see where it's going to go.
Now, I'm guessing that you guys were probably good athletes in other areas as well. Was it a family thing that you had kind of a boat, water-centric lifestyle, or was it just that you guys each just felt really strongly about these sports and picked this over other things you could have done?
for me, well, I was already skateboarding, and I was already snowboarding. The Duffys, they actually brought my whole family. Once we already had our boat, they brought us into the water sport world, where we got into the community and we were learning how to wake surf and wakeboard. And I just love the community, and it's growing and it's positive, and that's how I got into it. So
That's cool. Hunter, how about you?
Yeah, well, so just going on and riding behind the boats is so fun. Like, I don't know, honestly.
Tony, let's talk about the logistics of the event. It's going to be a big deal. You got, I mean, a ton of sponsors. What does this thing look like? Tell us all the details.
So yeah, we have collectively there's 14 divisions. So there's about 140 riders coming from as far away as Russia, Japan,
That's
a few
crazy.
other points in the world, which is kind of cool. Kind of bringing new bodies into northern Utah that are into outdoor recreation is kind of a big deal. We're at Cemetery Point on Pineview Reservoir, so you can Google map that and find your way to it. The event itself is free. There's parking fees because it's U.S. Forest Service land usage, etc. But the event itself is free, and there'll be great competition to watch all day this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, pretty much from 8 a.m. till 5, 6 in the evening. All-day beach festival, so put your feet in the sand and have some great food, visit with some of the other vendors, plenty of activities on the beach, just everything you would expect, and some additional things too to surprise and delight.
Nice.
And
Well said.
that's kind of the genetic makeup, but it's been a long time. I've been working on this for about a year, in and around our other events. And
you
we're
got your
excited.
warm-up event, so not that it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
an important event of its own, but you did one already.
Right,
so.
yeah, we're third year with the Rocky Mountain Wake Surf Open, so we've
cool.
built that up to be like a gold level World Series Tour event, and that's part of what kind of gave us the credential to win the bid to host the World Championship. So we're
It's very cool.
excited.
Anytime you're involved with the World Championships, you're doing something right.
good
Raise your hand if you're going to be a world champion this weekend. Oh, yeah! Fantastic, you guys. Thanks for getting up early. Thanks for coming to visit. And you guys should tell folks your social media handles as well so we can follow along.
My Instagram is Happy Hunter Sims.
follow me at mag.sauceboss on Instagram.
Mag.sauceboss. All right, I like that. Tony, great to see you, man.
Cool, man. We
Thanks for
appreciate
all
it.
you do, not only for the sport, but for young athletes like this. Truly, I mean, I think of how much I loved skateboarding when I was a little kid, and how you look up to stars, and especially in a developing sport. You guys are a big time, but I think you can be really huge. I'm sure you spend a lot of time
Just
thinking
a
about
fan
that.
action sports, man. Always been a hack. Just,
Same here, man.
Just doing what I can to keep the dream alive.
Nice work. Thanks for joining us. Best wishes to you guys for a lovely weekend.
Thank
and
you.
shred it
Yeah,
out
thank
there
you.
for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. All right, you guys, there it is, the World Championships of Wake Skim. It's all happening. 14 divisions. Pineview Reservoir. It's a great place to be. Be there this weekend. It's going to be a big party, and you will see some incredible athletes do their thing at the top of their game. Quick break. More after this. Stay tuned.